It's so tough out there for the young man right now, but the first mistake that they make is you want to go chase a bag instead of chase the game. Chase the game. The game got the bag. Don't chase the bag ain't got the game. Chase the game, because that's going to sustain you for a moment. This right here is going to maintain you forever. And they chasing the wrong thing. I'd rather chase a place that's going to give me the game, that's going to teach me how to be a man, that's going to teach me about this money, that's going to hold me accountable and make sure I'm disciplined. Not just the bag.
All right, right there. Press pause right there, Peggy. Go to the next clip.
Yep. And even as we pause this, Cam, right now, Colorado sits, from December 30th, Colorado sits as one of the highest teams with the most transfers, number 6, tied for number 6 on that list. And next up, we have Tom Brady with his thoughts.
Would Tom Brady have finished his career at Michigan if the rules were the same then as they are now?
It's such a hypothetical situation. The only thing I can answer is to say that based on what my experience was, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Hello and welcome to Sports Spin, where we spin it. I'm Sun-EB7 and thank you for joining. You saw the video in the front. DEONSANDERS and Tom Brady said what they said about the NIL. Now, you didn't get a chance to see much of it, just a minute of it. But my question is there anyone more smooth than DEONSANDERS talking about telling the kids about what they need to do and what they need to be looking for? There's no one out here that can talk to young young urban people the way he can. I think that's drawing the ire. People don't like that he can talk to the kids that way. I don't know that for sure. It just looks that way. Because, why would you have a problem with him? I mean, the way he talks to the kids. Now, if I'm another coach in another program, yeah, I got a problem, because now you're making them think that you're the best, and I want them to think I'm the best. So I got a problem with you. But in reality, I don't have a problem. If you're there for them to make them better people as well as better, this double talk in the U.S. be cracking me up. They want better people. As soon as somebody try to make better people, then they go after him. They go and try to ruin his reputation, his career, and all kind of shit. See, that's because that's a narcissistic society. They don't want what they're telling you they want. They want you to hear what you want to hear while they do the opposite. I see it. I hope you can too. I would definitely send my kid to Colorado if I had one young enough to send him. That being said, my personal view on the NIL, I actually love the NIL because, all the people are saying all these negative things about the NIL, and I don't think Deon is. I don't know if Tom Brady is. You don't know what Tom Brady gonna say. And you don't even know if he believe it when he says it. He's plastic, he's fake. But anyway, the things that they say bad about it, it's coming from another place. Here we go again with this narcissistic shit. So here's why. These players are getting paid now. No longer can you own these players, make billions off of them while they're starving, and put in rules that say they can't even get a sandwich bought for them. See, you can't do that anymore. And now they're no longer kids, they're adults because they got money, they got millions of dollars. So you can't coach them the same way. So that's the thing they hate about the NIL that they're promoting. Oh, the NIL is messing up college. It ain't messing up college football. What it's doing is changing the way you have to coach. Now, what sport hasn't evolved? What sport hasn't evolved or changed? And all of the changes looked like there was going to be a problem until they weren't, until they became a better idea. 5 years from now, they would never think about going back to the pre-NIL because they will have adjusted to it. And then it will become something that they're glad they did. That's how change works. And whatever industry you're in, I don't care what it is. Management, corporate, sports, whatever it's in, you want to learn a quick book. This is a quick book that you can read that takes about 20 minutes to read, and it'll teach you everything you need to know about people and change. The book is called Who Moved My Cheese? I forgot what the author's name is. I can look it up, but so can you. The author's not important. The book is called Who Moved My Cheese? Go read it. When you get done with that book in 20 minutes, you will have a different perspective about change and people. Trust me on this one. It is one of the best reads I ever read. And, you know, I read everything from Nostradamus to the what do you call it? The Odyssey to Who Moved My Cheese. Who Moved My Cheese was a great one. And Fish. There's a book called Fish. It's about the fish market up there in Seattle. That's another good one. It teaches you about people and working together, teams. But Who Moved My Cheese is the one you want to learn, because this is where the NIL is going. Take my word for it. And with that said, they've always been paying kids on college campuses. Don't let them fool you. The NCAA can't catch it all, and they didn't even try. I can tell you, I ran with friends that was getting paid. I should have been getting paid too. I was doing other stuff, but that's beside the point. These kids have always gotten paid. They just had to keep it a secret. The difference is they don't have to keep it a secret now. And now that the cat's out the bag, other kids who may or may not have understood that, you know, these kids was getting paid, they were able to pay their star quarterback, but not their star running back. Well, they paid him too, but they didn't have to pay their star lineman. But now they got to pay that star lineman. See, they got to pay everybody now. So the money is getting spread out. But hey, like I said, change is good. Change is always good. Well, I can't say always, but good change is always needed. Put it that way. Good change is always needed, because how do you get where you are unless you change to get there? You're not born with a silver spoon in your mouth most times. So in order to get that silver spoon, you're going to have to make changes in life to get there. But that's a life lesson. That's not a sports lesson. That said, I think they'll tweak it. I think they'll tweak the NIL to where it's, because there's a lot of movement really quick, and that hurts a little bit. Because you got a star quarterback here, but he's got one behind him, he's going to move. And if the coach moves, then the star quarterback on that team's going to move. So it's a little bit too much movement. People got to be held in place a little bit better. But that's not for me to figure out. That's for the NCAA to figure out. But they'll make the changes. On the other hand, Deon is doing an excellent job with that transfer portal. It's leveling the playing field. Over time, that transfer portal will offset those NIL deals. Why? Because people will be able to run to where things can be better for them. You know, there was a time when teams like Miami they were 6 running backs deep on the bench. They'd rather be on the bench at Miami than to be starting at Wyoming. That's gone. That's why these things are better. They're changing. All this parity. So now Boise State would not be mentioned at the Division I level. I mean, not in the media, not on television, but it is now. But I think Boise State is about to join the Big 12. I mean, the Pac-12. The Pac-12. So that's how much parity has come about. And you look back on it and you gotta say it's good. You can't say it's not. And while pointing out Deon, I just want to point out one other thing. Is there anyone else that goes through more crap than this Sanders family? I mean, they have everything they had to start from the bottom. They're experts at this crap. Deon came into the league, for those that don't know, he came into Atlanta. Atlanta's a great city. Their team sucked. And that's why they've never gotten a championship. They've never gotten a Super Bowl. And the one time they went, they blew a 25-point lead. No, they went twice. They went with, what's his name, with the Dirty Bird? Yeah. Either way, they didn't win. And the A's, the Braves. The Braves, how many championships they go to and had all-star teams and should have won? They got one out of it. Went like 7 years. I don't know, 6, 7 years. Yeah. They don't win. So that's where Deon came in at. So he comes in there. He brings them into prominence. Then he leaves and go to San Francisco, then Dallas, and the rest is history. Okay, he comes into coaching. They won't take him. So he goes to Jackson State. Look, I've been at the Southern Hospitality Bowl many times, okay? I ain't been in the game, but I've been at the game, right? And Jackson State, come on. But Jackson State is different now. Jackson State is starting to get up there with Grambling and Southern. It pretty much is now. Who started that? Then he goes to Colorado. People forgot Colorado was even on the map, let alone a college football team. They forgot about them. Colorado from the old Big 8 and then the Big 12. I'm telling my age, ain't I? Well, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, Colorado been around a long time. And nobody thought about them because they couldn't buy a game. He goes to Colorado. They go 9-4 after a 4-8 season, right? We'll see what they're going to do with this next one. Okay. His son played at all those places where they had to build it up. And then his son goes to Cleveland. Out of all places, he went to Cleveland. You can't go, well, the Jets. If he'd went to the Jets, I would tell him it's over. I'd call Deon myself and be like, pull your son, man, it's over. It's over. He went to the Jets. His career is done. But here he is in Cleveland, and look at Cleveland. Cleveland now has gone way up in their financial department already. You got the number 1 selling jersey sitting in Cleveland, the 5th rounder. You got a kid that's coming in, and he has the potential to make Cleveland a team to watch because they've already been this season. I don't think any team been watched more than Cleveland. I don't. Now, it's for bad reasons. Yeah, we don't like that. But they still watched. Ali, 50% of the people that watched Ali wanted him to lose. 50% wanted him to win. That's 100% of the people, in case you want to do the math, right? So, I don't need to say more about this Sanders family going here. And that NIL, it's going to work itself out. It is called evolution. It's evolving. And they're just going to have to roll with it. And the NCAA is going to have to make the adjustments needed to make this a successful product because they can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Right? It's here. And it's here to stay. Some version of it. They might call it something different in a few years. And they might put in some rules in a few years. But no matter what it becomes, it will always be the NIL. All right? Because that's going to be the premise for it. Name, image, and likeness. So, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. And also, I just want to let you know, you did get some jokes. You did get some lessons. And you got the story. Because this story has been spun. Take care.